Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our webinar. My name is Anatoly Velchinsky. I am support engineer at StarWind Software Incorporated, and today I will gladly tell you about our new backup product that can be used for really easy in use, fast and safe backup and recovery in case of failure of single virtual machine or even whole host operation system. But first, a quick overview of what are we going to do today. First, I will briefly explain why backup is becoming more and more necessary when using virtualization technology. Then we will learn about how you can use the backup plugin that we are talking about today, what storage you should consider for it, and how you may benefit from our solution. After the theory, we will have a little practical part where I will show you how it actually looks like, and I'll get ahead and tell you that it will look really familiar to StarWind users. And of course, all the questions will be answered in question and answer session in the end of our webinar. Well, first thing I think we should talk about is why do we need backup now, and why is it so necessary now? Before virtualization was widely used in production environment, if you had need to have, let's say, a SQL server, you had one server for it. So if something will go wrong, you would lose lost data on one server only. And yes, this is not a bad thing that could actually happen, but mostly it's not too big deal. Well, if the data wasn't critical, of course. But nowadays, virtualization is commonly used in SMB and other structures, and a lot of virtual machines are running on one physical host. So you're running decades of virtual machines with Exchange, SQL Server databases, and other very important applications. What am I saying is that in case if one server that wasn't backed up will be broken, you will lose the data of not single host but of every server and all the applications and processes that were on virtual machines. So that is why you need to backup. And that is what we were thinking about here in StarWind, where we decided to take opportunity and started to develop the backup product that will take care about users and their systems. Okay, so what it can do? I mean, why is it good or even better than some other solutions? And why you need to consider it? One important thing that is need to be mentioned. No matter that backup plugin is the product of StarWind, that is, as you all may know, develops enterprise level sense, backup plugin can be used without shared storage provided by StarWind. So you can backup on whatever you want. It can be a local hard drive, it can be some RAID array, it can be even some other thing. But when using StarWind, you're getting some profits that we will talk about a little bit later. With Hyper-V Backup, customers get the storage and backup software from the single vendor. StarWind provides the end-to-end storage virtualization tool and backup data protection developed exclusively for Hyper-V environments. Microsoft Hyper-V has so far occupied strong position in thousands of server rooms worldwide. Backup software in Hyper-V environments has become a necessity, including companies to look for reliable solutions that can provide fast backup, restore, recovery operations on a regular basis. There is a critical need for solutions that will easily, and I will stress this word, easily set up and managed and won't complicate the set of procedures of an ordinary IT department. Hyper-V Backup Plugin provides fast and easy backup and reliable virtual machine restore. It reduces storage space requirements, introduces simple management, and has affordable price for SMBs. So, what feature it can offer? First of all, Agentless Architecture. In order to minimize the harmful effect of the resource-intensive backup procedure on the system performance, Hyper-V Backup Plugin implements the host-level backup approach. It means the backup is performed on the Hyper-V host, not at the VM level. This architecture is also referred to as an agentless backup and provides the ability to backup eliminates the necessity for agents to be installed on guest systems. Instead, the Hyper-V backup agent is installed on every Hyper-V host running multiple virtual machines. All machines which are intended for backup are managed through the management console that monitors, administrates, and routes every backup. Agentless backup provides significant benefits to any business. Fewer activities are needed to install backup software, as well as less maintenance tasks are required. Since the whole process is managed by the host system, there is no need for VM downtime or for either the product installation or the backup process. Next is Instant VM Restore. Hyper-V Backup Plugin presents virtual machines to the Hyper-V server in the Hyper-V native format, VHD. When a user needs to restore a virtual machine, there is no need to wait until it is recovered and sent because it performs read and write to the hard disk drive located on the backup server. Windows native VHD format makes archives transparent for third-party vendors software. Starting from Windows 7, archives are available to read-write operations without any additional programs. So you can just take a snapshot, make backup in the VHD format, and then if you need something, you can simply mount this VHD as a local drive and take wherever you want. So it's taken really not a lot of time. And this feature minimizes downtime by running virtual machine from a deduplicated backup file. But about deduplication we'll talk later. Okay, next, restore of individual files. Hyper-V Backup plugin allows file recovery from any archive stored in VHD. It is necessary to attach an archive to a virtual machine as a new volume and copy the files intended for a restore. Support of Windows native as a service is next. What can we tell about it? The main problem of host-level backup is the constantly changing file system on VHDs, in virtual machines, of course. It is necessary to freeze them for backup. Microsoft implements the volume shadow copy services, also known as VSF technology, that can manage this challenge. Its basic reason is improvement of backup operation performance. VSS creates a snapshot of hard disk drive and makes the system stable for a backup tool to make its copy. VSS provides coordinated interaction of VSS-aware application, the Windows operating system, and stops all the input-output operations at the definite point in time. As a result, there are no unaccomplished database transactions or uncompleted application files. Such backups can be restored and result in totally functional applications. Hyper-V Backup Plugin is VSS-aware software that fully leverages Windows Volume Shadow Copy service. Support of this feature delivers enhanced backup possibilities and improved backup quality. Hyper-V Backup ensures data time consistency within an individual virtual machine and between all virtual machines running on the Hyper-V host. There is no need to shut down virtual machines for backup, and so the possibility to open files conflict is eliminated. Okay, now let's talk about next point, about incremental backup. Along with full backup of an entire virtual machine, Hyper-V Backup Plugin provides incremental backup by the means of StarWind Global Deduplication. It saves only files that have changed since the last backup operation. It is the fastest way to save changed blocks in your application and data. Thanks to this feature, only incremental changes, not the full backup files, are written to the storage. It saves storage space and time required for backup procedure, and that is definitely a plus of the solution. Okay, next point. Next point is the profit that I was talking about that you are getting when you are storing the backups on StarWind, on the on the shared storage provided by the StarWind software. So basically, when you are using backup plugin with the StarWind bundled, you are getting global deduplication. Today, data deduplication technology is quickly becoming one of the most important features in the field of the data backup and restore, and I'm pretty sure that most of you know what this is and how it works. But what is global deduplication? In virtualized environments, there are usually many redundancies. Best practice require core operating system images that contain system files to be separated from applications and file data. Generally, virtual machine infrastructure includes numerous virtual servers running multiple VMs that keep similar core operating system files. All those images typically contain much duplicated or redundant data. And as I know, for most parts of competitor products of our backup, so those competitors are using like the duplication storage per hypervisor host policy, let's call it in that way. So if you have, let's say, 4 hypervisor hosts, then you will get identical blocks on every of storages that are serving for keeping the backups from those virtualization hosts. But with StarWind, all of those identical blocks will be duplicated within one storage. So that's cool. And by the way, on this diagram that you can see now, there is a little hint for you. And maybe some of you have noticed that on this diagram there is not only Hyper-V, but the VMware too. Let it not confuse you. Yes, in current release of our backup plugin, only Hyper-V machines can be backupped. Hyper-V virtual machines or Hyper-V hosts. But in the future, in the really near future that is upcoming soon and sooner with every minute, you will get ability to backup the VMware virtual machines. And I think this is really good because, believe me, for developers, this is a really great opportunity because VMware allows to increase the functionality of backup software for backup vendors, of course. Okay, so what we had now was the theoretical part, and now let's get down in business and see how it actually look like. Now we'll have the live demonstration, and I will, for a short period of time, I'll show you all the basics of how it looks and what it can do. By the way, for those attendees who want to test, who already interested in our solution and want to test it, you can see on the diagram, I'm sorry, on the slide, the links to download our backup plugin. So there is a full link, and especially for you, my friends, I created a short link, so feel free to use it. Let me share with you my screen. What you can see here is the StarWind Management Console, and that's what I was talking about. It will look really familiar to StarWind user because this is how StarWind Management Console looks like. And a lot of our users who have already updated to version 5.8, that is actually the latest one, and that was released not so far time ago. They noticed that there is not only StarWind servers here in the console is visible, but some backup. And there was actually a lot of questions like, hey, Anatoly, what is this backup? What it can do? Oh, can I backup with StarWind? And here is the answer. Yes, StarWind provides you with the backup solution. So how it actually doing? Well, first of all, first improvement that I really liked a lot is that you can install the backup solution on any hypervisor host remotely from this management console. How it actually can be accomplished? Well, actually easy. You just need to click install Hyper-V Backup Plugin. Well, first of all, you need to download it. Of course, you need to download it, but I have already did it. Then you need to install Hyper-V. Click on the install Hyper-V plugin. Click next in the wizard window that will be prompted. Enter the host. Let it be. So you're entering the host, the username, and the password, and the domain, and clicking next, and then OK, and it's already here. After you will connect to it. By the way, the default credentials for backup is blank, so just leave it like this and click OK. So after double click on the host where the backup plugin is installed, we're waiting a few seconds to connect to it. And here we go. What you can see here, first of all, another improvement that I also liked a lot, you have the ability to monitor the system, not too much but not too little, and actually it's more than meets the eye, because not every vendor can provide you even such monitoring, like what processor is in this host, CPU usage, how many CPUs are there, memory usage, local drives, the IP, the state of this Hyper-V server. Well, it's obvious that it's online. What can we do with it? Run backup wizard, run restore wizard, and get log. I think everything is clear here. Okay, so let's dive deeper. As you can see, I have already created the virtual machine. I've called it test virtual machine. And what you can do here, you can see that archive is already created. And you can see the properties of the virtual machines within this archive, and you can see the properties of virtual machine that was the source to made archive, if you know what I mean. You can monitor the name, the state of virtual machine, the operation system installed, the IP, the memory. What I'm talking about my favorite improvement here. Management, centralized management. You can do actually a lot of tasks from within one single window. You can, I mean the StarWind Management Console. You can manage your shared storage. You can monitor, not too much as I told, but you still can to monitor your host operation system. You can monitor and manage your virtual machines. But virtual machines management compared to host management is improved. How? Right click on the virtual machine and you can see that you can, well, yes, backup machine, restore machine. Also, you have the ability to power off it, to reset it, to pause it, to suspend it, to shut down it, and my favorite, remote desktop. So let's click on it and see what will happen. After the corresponding windows will prompt up, we're just simply logging into it. So I think it's really useful, and as it's really known, it's virtual machines is managing really faster from within if you're using remote desktop, not hypervisor consoles. I'm sorry. Okay, so as you can see, you can run it, you can do whatever you want. Discover Windows 7. It's magnificent. Okay, I'm sorry about the joke. Okay, so what can you also do here? You can see the virtual machine's properties. And one more important thing that I also really like a lot. You have the progress bar here from below of the window on the bottom of the StarWind Management Console. Actually, the idea is similar to those to the client, and a lot of VMware users are know what I'm talking about. So okay, let's see how it actually works. Let's make some copy and let's see what if it will show here. If the progress will appear. Let's click backup virtual machine. Let's make it once, but you should mention, you shouldn't type that you have ability to create to make it daily, weekly, monthly, and of course optionally. You can make a description here like this virtual machine is really my favorite virtual machine because I have all the money expenses here described and else and else and else. Okay, so let's make it once. Also, you can see that you can have ability to choose to run the backup now or run it later. So as you know, mostly all the backups are starting when nobody's at the office, and that means that even IT administrator is not in the office, so he can schedule this backup for midnight and he can feel free to drink beer at home at this time and the backup will be started. Okay, so let's run it now. 2 clicks and everything is good here. Okay, so in a couple of seconds, each progress bar will appear on the bottom of the page. So let's just wait. 3, 2, 1, and here it goes. Yes, it's on 0 point, but you can see the progress. And if we'll talk a little bit, oh, here we go. It started. It's running. It's cool. So okay, here is like it actually looks like for the user with console. And now it's time for the conclusions. So the conclusions are: first of all, StarWind Backup Plugin is reliable. This backup software can deliver enterprise level of your data security. It is really easy in use. It's simple. Actually, this is legacy from StarWind, but no one said that this is some sort of minus of this product. And as it known, StarWind is so simple that even a child can use it. So now this child can create the backups too. Centralized management. Everybody knows that it is much more comfortable if you can manage everything from one window. And when using our backup, you can create shared storage, manage it, manage virtual machines on your hypervisor, and manage backups, of course. And the best from this list, good price. It's really not too expensive. Believe me, I made some research on the market and I will not call any names, but their products is, I would say, significantly expensive compared to ours. Okay, so if you have any sales question, you can address them to our sales team. You can definitely use the email that you see on your screen now, sales@starwindsoftware.com. If you have some marketing questions, you are welcomed to contact our marketing team by using email marketing@starwindsoftware.com and you will get really high professional response. And of course, if you have some technical questions, if you have some plans about implementations, maybe you have some issues and that you want to talk about, I will really be glad to assist you and help you if needed. Just email me directly, anatoly.velchinsky@starwindsoftware.com, or you can email to whole support department by using email support@starwindsoftware.com. So, okay, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you all here. I see a couple of familiar names here, and even my ex-colleague has joined this webinar. So, once again, thank you everybody. I really appreciate it, and I want to wish you the good day and all the best. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.